All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakah, Kwadash. All right, double honors to the elders and the apostles at GMS Great Millstone that rule all of the nation of Israel well today through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And peace, love, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect of the house of Israel, all right, who are striving for these crowns and who will be found blameless before Yahweh through Yahweh Shai. All right, but we're going to go ahead and start up. We're just going over the book of Esther, found in the Apocrypha. Go ahead, brother.
This is Esther 1 and 7. And the two dragons are I and Aman.
Being Mordecai and Aman, his enemy, who kept trying to get him put to death. All right, the heathen. Go ahead.
And the nations were those that were assembled to destroy the name of the Jews.
Going back to the original story of Esther. All right, and why when you find at the end of the chapter, it tells you, that there is a remaining piece of the story. All right, and that's what it's speaking on. And, this shows you, man, why the heathens, why the nations, also have further judgment to atone for. All right, because they were trying to put us out, going all the way back to ancient times. Go ahead, brother.
In my nation is this Israel, which cried to Yahweh and were saved, for the Most High hath saved his people, and the Most High hath delivered us from all those evils.
Go ahead and hold it there, brother. All right, so here it is. You have in the story of Esther, but as you go on to the book of Luke, all right, now you have the Romans. All right, the Romans were persecuting the Israelites. All right, but it sounds very familiar. Going back to Luke chapter 1, and let's see. Going down to verse 69. It says, "And hath raised up a horn of salvation for us in Salakia, in the house of his servant David, and he spake by the mouth of his own holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies." All right, being the Romans. All right, and really being all these heathens, but beginning at this time, that chief enemy being Rome. All right, and that's why when you go to the book of Revelations, it says that the beast would be wounded, but yet would live. All right, and that coming back during the Renaissance, back into power, all the way up to the beast that we have today, America, NATO, and the EU. All right, so these same enemies. All right, but Yahweh Shai was brought to deliver his enemies. All right, and his people. Okay, his people from those enemies. It says, "And from the hand of all that hate us, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers, and to remember his holy covenant, the oath which he has swore out of the mouth, swore to our father Abraham, that he would grant unto us, that we, being delivered out of the hands of our enemies, might serve him without fear." All right, so going all the way back to the original promise, but going on to verse 77, it says, "To give knowledge of salvation to his people by the remission of sins." All right, so going all the way back, to our original promise, man. But this goes and shows you, just like you had, this great deliverance, going back to the story of Esther. All right, and he delivered his people from the hands of their enemies, so he's going to do the same again today. All right, go ahead, brother.
I got a precept.
Go on.
This is Judith 16 and 17. "Woe to the nations that rise up against my kindred. The Most High, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai Almighty, will take vengeance of them in the day of judgment, in putting fire and worms in their flesh, and they shall fill them and weep forever."
God. Yep, showing the judgment of the nations once again.